Okay, let's talk about the supplements and how they should be taken and the dosages. So, I'm going to start with the foundational 4 and the protein. The OptiU multivitamin should be 2 capsules every day, best if it's spaced out 1 twice a day. Most people will take it with their first and second, or their first meal of the day and their last meal of the day. That's the best way. If you can't do that, if you're one of those folks who says, hey, I'm emptying everything into a protein shake, empty 2 capsule contents at one time. But if possible, the multi is 1 twice a day. The probiotics would be 1 capsule at bedtime. Most typically, nothing wrong with doing 2, nothing wrong with doing 1 in the morning, 1 at bedtime. It needs to be on an empty stomach, but the most common dose is 1 probiotic at bedtime. The magnesium, the most common dose is 3 to 6 capsules at bedtime. Lots of folks will ask you to take 1 or 2 during the day. You can do 1 or 2 in the morning, 1 or 2 at lunch, but we would recommend at least 3 to 6 capsules at bedtime along with your probiotic. And again, if you're doing the BPC or the KPV capsules, you can do that all together at bedtime. Then the digestive enzyme. So the OptiU digestive enzyme would be at least 1 capsule with your biggest meal of the day. There's nothing wrong with repeating it at any and all meals. There's nothing wrong with having it with your protein shake, but at least 1 a day with your largest meal of the day. The whey protein, I think we've talked enough about that, but at least 1 or 2 scoops daily. You could do more, but most typically 1 or 2 scoops a day to get to that protein threshold that we've discussed. Then we'll talk about vitamin D with Super K. The rest of these, for the most part, will be prescriptions plus labels. Vitamin D with Super K would be 1 with your evening meal. It's best absorbed in the evening with a meal. Now, some people will need 2, but we'll need to see your blood work and see where you are and see how it improves when we retest. But for most folks, we're going to say 1 vitamin D with Super K with your evening meal if that's one of your supplements. Fish Focus, Prescriptions Plus Fish Focus, if that's one of your supplements, going to be 1 or 2 capsules twice daily with meals. You can take that right with your multi. If you're taking the methylated B complex, that's going to be 1 capsule twice daily with your meals, again, along with your Fish Focus, along with your multi. Ultra CoQ10, that's going to be 1 daily with the first meal or shake of the day. True Niagen, now that's not a Prescriptions Plus supplement, but a very common supplement because it really helps give the body more energy. It helps the body burn more fat. True Niagen would be 1 capsule with the first meal or shake of the day. What am I missing? Inflazyme, if one of your supplements is Inflazyme for your any inflammatory problems or anything you're having, that would be, this dosage can really vary from 2 to 4 capsules 2 to 4 times a day. Doesn't matter with or without food, makes no difference, but if you have any aches or pains, you can increase. If the aches and pains get better, then you can go down and see if they stay better. Chromium, if you're taking chromium, that's going to be 1 daily. Doesn't really matter when. Most people would just do it in the morning sometime. Not a right or a wrong. You could do it in the evening just as well, but chromium would be 1 a day. Carnitine, that's one that a lot of you are going to be on. That's going to be 2 capsules first thing in the morning, again on an empty stomach. So before we eat anything in the mornings, with our Kangen water, 2 of the carnitine capsules. And if you can take that and then go out for your walk or your strength training, your resistance training, your muscle building training, that's the perfect time because carnitine tells the body to use fat for fuel. So doing it before that workout, doing it before that walk, doing it before that swim, that hike, that bike, that run, that's the perfect time. But if you're not working out, you can't work out then, that's okay. Put it in first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Melatonin, if you're using the melatonin, whether it's the SR or the immediate release lozenges, you would take that obviously at bedtime along with your magnesium. If one of your supplements is berberine, that would be 1 capsule 3 times daily. Before meals is fine, but typically a lot of times we're doing this program, we're not eating 3 real, what I'll call full sit-down meals a day. A lot of people are doing an intermittent fast in the morning, so you can take it on an empty stomach, but 3 berberine a day. Alpha-lipoic acid, if you're taking alpha-lipoic acid, it would be 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening, typically again, or 2 with your first shake or meal of the day and 2 with your last shake or meal of the day would be fine. Methylcobalamin, if you're using the methylcobalamin, that's the active form of B12, we put 1 to 2 dropperfuls under the tongue, hold for 30 seconds and then swallow. You can do 1 to 2 dropperfuls once or twice a day. If there's any I'm missing in this video, let me know and I'll certainly get the information or we'll add it to this video. Thanks, and we're going to see you soon, and I can't wait to see what your results are.